Okay, I have a character here that is ready to use it. Well, the skinning is not even nearly perfect, but it'll be okay for this. I'm going to show how to create a rig for this. There's many different ways to create rigs, but I'll show a few ways to approach this. Generally, you will want to have the ability to create forward kinematics and inverse kinematics in the arms, possibly in the legs, and you'd like to be able to work the body. Probably have the hips be independent of the upper body, or if you'd like to do that. Just a second. Okay. So the first thing I'll do is I'll add IK handles to the legs. Just click on the edge of the circle here, or the lines if you like. And if I move this, you can see that I get a foot action. What I really want to do is I want to add IKs going into the foot, like so, because then later I'll be able to control the elements of this foot by simply parenting these controllers in an order that makes me able to, for instance, if I rotate around this point, I would rotate the whole foot up. Let's see if we can do that. Just go like here and then like that. No, that doesn't work. If I just group it there and then move the pivot point out here. Okay, so the idea is that I'll be able to like move the whole foot like so, and yeah, hopefully you get the idea. So also for the leg itself, I want this to be a rotate plane solver, because the rotate plane gives me the ability to point the legs in a direction. This thing will let me rotate the knee in a certain direction. Okay, do the same thing for the other leg. There, G key, there, G key, there. And grab this and set it to rotate plane solver. Just press the T key and just make sure it's out here and it's working good. Now, right now, as you see, if I grab my main node here and I move this around, my whole character will just fly around. And I really don't want that. So to fix that, I'll grab these IK handles and I'll set on sticky. I can only do one at a time, unfortunately. I don't think it's in the channel box settings. No. So no way around it. Need to go to the attribute editor and set it one by one. And this works exactly like if it had a keyframe on it. So now these will stick. There you go. Now that works fine for me. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Okay. To continue this, I'd like to set up this this character, and then one way to set up the spine is to use spline IK, which is a nice way of doing it, but there's a little bit of technicalities due to rotations of parented control rigs and so forth. It's really not too bad. Also, the way a spline IK works, I can just create one here, going from there to there. Okay. So we have the spline going in there. So if I move the spline, it will move the body, and that spline can also be, if I turn off my joints, spline can also be deformed. See that I have a few points selected here, so I can go whoa. Yep. So this is a fairly nice way to work the character. What I'll do is I'll create clusters for my spine. So I'll just turn off polygons and joints and arc angles. There you go. So this is my spline, and it has 4 points. So for the first two, I'll create a cluster, and I'll do the same thing for the top two. Oops, control there. Create cluster. The cluster makes me or enables me to work on the points here. Good. Turn back on my other stuff. There you go. And then what I want to do is start creating control objects. So in my case, it'll just be nerve circles. Nerve circle there. Just to make that slightly bigger. There. Move it up. Move the X key and then just there. That is right where I want it. And then if I parent my IK handle to this thing, I'll call this hip control. If I parent my IK handle to that, there, you'll see that this will control my IK handle. And since this also, controls the root node, it'll move my root around as well. So this is working quite nicely. What you'll notice that the only effect it has on the upper body is because of the curve deforming. So if the curve was oh, actually it's because the curve is and the bones are in the position they are. So anyway, now if I rotate it this way, it works. If I rotate it this way, it works. If I rotate it this way, nothing happens. Why is that? The reason is that the IK handle, just double click this and call it spline, so that we know that that's it. It has a few controls here. I'll just grab them in the channel box because there's a little more fun. The roll controls the rotation from the start of the curve, or the top of the hierarchy, if you like. And the twist controls the rotation at the bottom of the hierarchy. But you can see they work together. So we need to be careful about that. So firstly, what I want to do is I'll take this circle here, the rotation of that, and I will make that control my roll value. So I'm going to go to the connection editor, and I have my hip control over here, and I'll have my IK handle over here, and I'll need to find roll. That is there. I need to find rotate, and this is a rotate Y. Oh, I need to freeze my transformations here. Very important. These transformations. Good, so this is all zeroed out. Yep. Should have done that before, stupid me. Never mind. I'll grab the rotate around Y and plug that into the roll. And there we go. So if I grab this and I turn it, you can see it will roll the character. Very good. Then I want to create another curve. Another circle. Mix. Make it pop up into the shoulder area, make it slightly bigger. Possibly shape this like so. So we can see that this is the upper body control. Right. We know this this will control the upper body. It's a little big that way around. There. What the? Oh, okay. I think it's viewport 2.0 that is playing tricks on me. Okay. So, again, up here, I want this cluster handle to be part of my top thing here, so I got this upper body. Control. There. Just want the cluster handle to, oh, freeze transformations. There we go. And then I want to parent the cluster handle to that. So again, this works just candy dandy. You can see if I go too far, it's not able to twist, or the curve is not, although the curve goes nuts, it's not able to twist the skeleton that far. To do that, I need to move it down to get enough leeway in the skeleton to do that. So perhaps you wanted it to be down a while. Okay, it's just so you know. So move it down a little bit if you have to. It's because once you start twisting the curve, it's the length of the bones here are fixed. So as you start to twist the curve, you will actually be twisting outside the range of the joints here. So you need to maybe do it like this, and then you can see it works. But again, if I rotate it here, we do not twist it. Now, the obvious thing will be to do like we just did. Bum, 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 bum. Connection. My brain just stopped. There we go. And have the upper body here, and have the spline here. And then I want to rotate Y to control the twist. So there. So now this works very nice. Well, at least I hope it does. Yes, very good, very good, very good. The problem is when I start to twist the bottom here, you can see that it offsets the top, so the top does not line up with my controller anymore. And although this would be workable, it would be really weird to animate. So what do we do? In fact, it's not that bad. Just grab this hip control and upper body control and the back handle, and I'll open up the brand new fantastic node insert. There we go. So I have these here, and if I unfold these, we can see that I have rotate Y, and I have rotate Y, and it is feeding into twist and roll. So what I want here is I just press the tab key and I go plus minus average, that thing there, enter. So I want this to be my savior. This will do calculations. So if I double click that, you can see right now nothing is happening, and I can do like no operation, don't know what that's for. Sum, subtract, and average. What I want to do here is subtract. So what I want to do is, when the bottom one is rotated, I want to not rotate the top by that, because that will otherwise offset it. So upper body control, Y comes out and into input D1. What? Rotate Y into input D1. We'll try again. And oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Funny thing here, it has to do like an input conversion. Okay, and I'll grab this one and I'll pop that into the other one. And there's another input conversion. I'm not quite sure why it has to do this. It's just strange, because it's basically just numbers flowing around. But I think maybe the this is of a number type that, and etc. Never mind. Now I have this node, the plus minus average node, and I set this to minus or subtract. So now the upper body control will get subtracted by the lower body control, and the output of that will feed to the twist. And there we go, yet another unit conversion. So it looks like this now. It looks a little tricky, but it's actually quite simple. Yeah, I could use an expression as well, but this is more efficient, and I'm also sure that this will update in real time. So if I rotate this, that will work, and if I rotate this, that will work too. They are now working together. Very good. So we have this that is able to do like the hip, yada da da, and it can also be moved. Yeah, and this one can be moved as well. Not that it does. Well, you can do like funky dance. Okay, I'm going to create another controller, circle, and I'm going to hold the X key and snap. Wait, don't do anything. There, hold the X key, snap that up, and I'm going to make that bigger, and I'm going to freeze transformations. There, and then I could just, the obvious thing would be to just parent these. And that would work just nicely for a lot of stuff. You can see now the upper and lower body would work, but unfortunately the rotation here would just go like da-di-da, nothing happening, because what we are actually linking is the local rotation information here, and that is, if I parent this, it's just nothing is happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a parent constraint. Select the constraining object and the one going to be constrained in that order, and go constrain parent. So now when I rotate this, I'll rotate the upper body as well, because the upper body will get constrained. So if I rotate this thing to 45 degrees or something, this thing will inherit that rotation by the controller, and the same thing I will do for the lower body here. So we now have it working like that, and it's working, yeah, it's working real nice. And I need a main body controller here. Oh, just a second. Okay, so I want a controller that controls the whole thing, the whole shebang. I want this to control the feet as well when we get to those. So it should control these and the feet and everything. So I'll just make that right now. Create maps circle. Make that big, and then paste the transformations. There we go. Okay, and in this case I'll actually be able to do either like I can do a parent constraint again, this thing to that. So you can see that this will work. Just nicely. Should work all the way here. See, like that is like 45, oh sorry, 90 degrees, yeah. And then if I grab that and drag and turn that back, you can see that, yeah, that works. So that is using a parent constraint. Yeah, so now this is disconnected. I undid it. I can also do like straight parenting. So you can see it will still work. So that's nice. The reason being that these parent constraints will do magic, calculate stuff in world coordinates, so the issues of nothing getting through is sort of solved by the parent constraint looking at stuff in world space. So we will not have issues with working this. Okay, so we need to get to the legs. So the body itself is working okay. I haven't done anything for the head here, but for instance, just creating a controller that would let me do like this, or maybe even having just an IK handle that could like move stuff around, so that I could move that. That could work. Yeah, we'll look at that in a second. So the feet. So for this, I need to create some sort of control object, and I'll just go with a circle again. Actually, did I remember to? Yeah, I remember to freeze that. Very good. This will be the main control. By the way, okay. So this is my foot control, and I need to create a series of these. I need to create, first of all, a main foot thing. Sounds very technical. So this is my main foot, and I'll just hold the D key and move this back. So I want the rotation point of that to be like slightly there. Okay. And I want to duplicate that and just move it across. So we can make this, I just make that a positive. There you go. So these are the same. Freeze transformations. There we go. So they are at neutral position. Then underneath these I want to have one here, and one up here. And I can do that as circles, or I can do that as different types. I'll just use circles. So create primitive circle. Yep, and I'll just parent it to that one. So now it's living in this world. And this is fun. I'll just move it over here. Put it like right at this joint here. Good. And then I'm going to maybe move it down a little bit. Just make it set at 0. Okay. Make that slightly smaller. Okay. And freeze transformations. There you go. Duplicate that. Move that over to this thing there. I think I'll turn off my skeleton right now. Oh, sorry, my polygons. So I'll just go hold the B key and drag it there. Okay. Modify. Freeze transformations. And then I'll do the last one, Control D. And I'll just pop it up there. Make it slightly bigger. And go modify freeze transformations. Then what I'll do is I will parent this to this, and this to this, and this to this. So hence the reverse foot, because in the real foot this is parented to this and this parented to that, etc. So I have this one that is my main foot controller. And I have this that is my toe controller. So if I rotate that, you can see I rotate the back of the foot. And if I rotate this, I'm rotating this part here, etc. Then all I need to do is to just grab my IK handles and parent them into the corresponding circles. There we go. So this foot should be done. It's not looking very good. Or the just a little tweak there. Nothing wild. Okay, let's turn on the polygons again. There. So I have this thing here, that when I rotate that, I have like foot doing this. Maybe the rotate, oh, it's just because it's a bit off. So this will work. If I rotate around this, I will rotate the front of the foot. Maybe, this should actually be further back. And this thing, I'm bending this. And the reason why this is stretching is because this is too far out, so I need to like move these things closer together, something like that. So yeah, it's getting better now. And this thing up here, this thing up here is like the thing that is. Maybe I shouldn't be able to move that too much, because that will just make havoc with my foot. But it is there to control that when I rotate this, it will push up the angle of the foot. So that is quite important. But probably should just be made unselectable or something like that, because it'll just make people do bad stuff. Just undo the translations here. So yeah, that's it. And then of course this thing here should be parented to that thing there. So when I move this around, I'm moving the whole character around. Oh, ice skating, yes. So do the same thing for the other one. Could also have made a copy and stuff, but I didn't. Create NURBS circle. Scale this down and move that over. Oops. Oops. And there we go. This should sit straight on it. Turn off the polygons just to be able to snap a little easier. Control D. Control D, and then move that all the way up in that one there. Okay. Then that one parented to that one. That one parented to that one. That one parented to that one. And I should probably name this. This was this one will be foot control. This will be left tip foot tip control, and this will be like oops, this one left ball control, and this could be left angle. I will not name it this control, because it shouldn't do. Of course, I can do things like popping it on the house, as you can see over here. You can do like little things with it. I should be careful not to do too much. And then again, parent IK handles into the circle that corresponds to there, and then parent this to the main circle, like so. Turn back on the polygons, and let's see what we got. Yeah. So I think now I'm actually able to move the whole character around. Yeah. Place him somewhere. He's Spider-Man, and you'll be able to animate him from that position. Okay. So for the arms, I will create a simple IK handle there, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. I will make this a pole vector, or rotate plane. I will turn on FK-IK control, and I should probably do the same thing for the feet, by the way. Now you can see this this is a painful procedure, but that's simply because the rotate plane is located in the wrong direction, so let's move it out there. I'm going to create a control object for it anyway. I'm going to do that for the knees as well. So if I turn on the FK-IK control, if it's not on, I'm able to move the IK controller, whoops, but I'm not able to rotate the joints. I am able to rotate the joints, but not once it is set to sticky. Then I am no longer able to rotate the joints. But if I turn this to, I hope I'm right, when I turn this to FK-IK control, I should be able to rotate this anyway. Why am I in the skin cluster here? Oh yeah, sorry, it's because I got that one. So this should turn off the IK blend. Yeah, then I'm able to rotate it. It's kind of weird. It should, when I turn on the FK-IK controller, it should be able to rotate. Actually, if I turn off sticky, and I keyframe this, then I'm still able to rotate this. Yeah, and keyframe that again. So, and you can see it snaps back because I haven't changed the IK-FK blend. So if I change the FK-IK blend here, you can see it goes to the FK solution. So that is kind of nice. And that's why I think that you really don't, let's see, delete key. You really don't need to create a double skeleton, because essentially Maya is creating a double skeleton all by itself. Yeah. So to control the elbow, I need to create something. I'll just go with the locator. There we go. Move tool. Turn off the skeleton, the polygons again, and then hold the B key, snap it up there. Control D. Hold the B key, snap it over there. Push them out, back. Maybe just move them in a little bit. There, and then grab that, go, constrain, pole vector. That makes the elbow here follow that object there. And the same thing over here. Object to constrain to, object to constrain, pole vector. There, and these things here, I would probably put under a hand control or something like that. If I made one, yeah, I will probably do that. The same thing for the knees actually. I need to create a locator here. Snap that to the knee, control D, snap that to the knee, grab both of them, move them forward, maybe slightly up, and then go this one, constrain pole vector, and don't worry if it seems a little it's just because I know that this thing is the left one. I need, oh sorry, the right one, and I need to grab the right angle and then go constrain pole vector. And then what I want to do here is I want to parent them under the foot there, and there and maybe make them slightly smaller there a little bit. Good. So what will happen here is if I move this foot up and rotate the leg out, you can see it'll follow. So you can see it. It will make this work quite nicely. Good. As for the hands, I want this to be able to do something. So you can see right now I can't rotate the hands like that, but there is this little thing called twist. So if I use the twist here, you can see I can twist the thing. It's probably slightly too much, I think. I don't want the twist thing. Maybe if I wanted to create a little more advanced rig, I might have it do a slight twist when I bend the hand, but the hand here should be able to just rotate like that. So I'll create a control for that, and let's just do, circles are working so well for us, so let's just do another circle. Turn off the polygons and just snap that up there, rotate that around. J, sorry. What happened there? Okay, 9 degrees. And Control D, move that over here, and then both of them needs to be freeze transformations. There. And maybe actually I'll just scale these slightly in that direction, so that I can use that to control the hands, and then go freeze transformations. And then I can just, for instance, I could parent constrain this under it, because it doesn't matter how this is rotating at all, it doesn't do anything. I can also just point constrain it. The thing is that I would, yeah, I'll just point constraints. I just go to that one, and then oops, that one, and that one. Constrain point, for instance. So if I grab this controller here and I move that, you can see that will control the arms. Fortunately, this is rotating in a funny way, and I think I should be able to fix that in a very simple way. But yeah, another thing is that I also want to be able to rotate the hand like this, and yeah, I'll get back to that in a second. Just hang on. Yep. So okay. Final things ahead, and I was working on the hands. Okay. So if I grab the hand controller here and I move that, you can see that it works the arm quite well, but it does not do exactly what I want, because it keeps its shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to constrain it to this thing here, and go constrain orient, and what it will do is it'll try to rotate according to this up arm thing, and that seems to work quite nicely. And if I turn on the polygons, you can see that it seems to work quite well. But I also would like this to control the hand rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to select the hand bone, and I'm going to constrain orient. So now that should constrain to the hand control. So if I go to rotate, you can see I can now rotate this as well. So that's nice. So I'll just do the same thing over here. I'll just this thing does nothing. And I'm just going to go and Yeah, I'm going to grab that. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to constrain point. So that will work there. Good. And I'm going to grab that, will constrain orient. I'm going to grab that will constrain orient. So now this should work. So this will rotate like that, and this will rotate like that. So that essentially makes this. I think this should be parallel to this. Oh, what happened? What did I do wrong? I changed the translation totally. This should be and that's that. I'm wondering why it shoots all the way down there. Is it something with this not being? It has a translate. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just move it in and it'll work again. Maybe the freeze. See, this one worked just fine. That was odd. I don't know why it popped down there. It's still stuff still works. Oh, it's run on discrete rotation. Fun. And let's see. Yeah. Oh, that one. It keeps. Yes. I know why. It's because this thing apparently is this instead of that. Oh yeah. So let's go that one there, and that one there. It'll pop now, I'm sure. Yep. And then it works. Funny, it should do that. Okay. No, my rig is almost done. The only thing I'd say is that I didn't do the head, by the way. Maybe I should do a head control. I could just do a small IK here. So an IK going from here to here. So the IK here will make the head do this. And I'll just do a circle. And move that up. Hold the X key while I'm snapping it up. Yep. Make it slightly bigger. Good. And then just put that IK handle under that one. So if I move this, it'll move with it. And then I'm going to constrain the rotation of the head to that one. So we'll just go constrain orient. So now if I'm going to do this, and if I rotate this, it'll work, right? And this circle I will parent to the upper body thing. There you go. So if I rotate my upper body, it will come along just nicely. So when we reach this point here, the question is if I want the skeleton to be visible or not. Since I have like this forward kinematics thing on, I would like to keep it active. If you do a manual forward kinematics, inverse kinematics setup for the upper arms, you can turn off the skeleton altogether. I could also create controlling objects that would set it, and you could actually make those controlling objects tell the rig that when they were modified, the IK plane should switch to 0, which could be a nice way to go. But one thing I'll turn off is all of my IK handles. They should just be hidden. And these locators here at the back should be smaller. So this is my, still have some IK handles down here. Control H. I have some Control H. And I have a few clusters as well, which is in the, inside this thing here. Control H. And in the upper body control H. So now I have something that is Control H. Relatively tidy to look at. What we can do is, since joints seem to have a selection priority, what we can do is select all of these circles that we want to be our priority. So I just grab these there, and there. I need to get to the ones in the foot. There. So I think that's all of them. And then go to display, object display, transform display, and go selection handles. And it will create these little crosses. This thing didn't do a selection handle. What did it? Maybe I put it someplace odd. So, very strange. Seems like joints right now has higher selection status than a selection handle. That is not supposed to be the case. Let's turn off the joints. So what I can do here is actually for the joints that I want to be able to modify, like these and possibly these two here, I can go display selection handles and then turn those joints off. And what is going on? It's only showing selection handles on select things. That is a little weird. So display handle, yes. Display handle, yes. Display handle, yes. But where is it? Oh, maybe it's viewpoint 2.0. I bet it's viewpoint 2.0. Yeah, it is. New technology. There we go. So we have these, and then see this elbow here has one, and this elbow here. So now I can go in and rotate that elbow just. Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's because my IK handle doesn't move along. Funny. Yeah, I have to just consider that for a second. Actually, it's not too different from common rigs, so I just need to create a setup where it'll actually, when this is rotated, this will follow without creating a loop. It would be a little bit of mail scripting, to set that up, but it should work fairly nicely. See? Yep, it all works. So, whoa, funny face. Okay, see, yeah, selection handles also work in high quality mode, just not in viewpoint 2.0. That'll probably be fixed soon. Okay. So, yeah, bye bye, and see you later.